Somewhere down South Hemisphere, about 41 kilometers away from Auckland, there's this magical spot for lifeguards. A beach that draws hundreds of tourists and New Zealanders alike. Welcome to another episode of Water Rescue Around the World. Established in January 1934, the Piha Surf Life Saving Club was credited to Frank Ross, Cliff Holt, Bert Holt, Stan Holt, and Laurie Wilson, making it the most long-standing club situated on Auckland's west coast. Its emblematic hues were carefully selected, black symbolizing the rich iron sands lining the coast, red mirroring the vibrant sunsets gracing the Tasman sea horizon, and green representing the lush foliage of the Waitakere Ranges.
Witam serdecznie wszystkich, ja już przebrany w nasze barwy, jesteśmy na południowej części plaży Piha. Tu zdecydowanie dużo więcej osób, właśnie przed nami Surf Club, który robi zajęcia dla dzieciaków i nasza rozmowa z ratownikami wodnymi, którzy niewątpliwie są kozakami, są bohaterami, ponieważ woda jest tu bardzo wymagająca, są tu skały, są tu prądy. Wiedza, umiejętności i pasja naprawdę musi się znaleźć w jednym miejscu, abyśmy spokojnie mogli tutaj ratować ludzkie życie.
Hello, I'm Sam. I'm one of the lifeguards here at Piha. This is my second season working in New Zealand, and I've done 9 seasons in the UK, in South Wales. So yeah, loving it over here. Pretty dangerous beach to work at. Been here quite a lot this season and last season, and also I'm a member of the club here, so I spend a lot of time on weekends here as well. So yeah.
Alright, so rescue equipment wise, firstly we bring fins everywhere we go. If we leave the tower here, we bring fins with us with a tube. Always have our whistles, this is the most important thing. But then on the beach we've got rescue boards like most places in the world. We keep one in the middle of flags. We've got a jet ski. Piha's got a new jet ski a few months ago. So we're trying to get as many clubbies qualified on that as possible. I think there's a course running soon. And then we've got IRBs. This is where IRBs were invented. And yeah, IRBs, jet skis, rescue tubes, fins, whistles. It's our rescue equipment.
Yeah, so it starts at some point in November. We start with 3 and then we go up to 4, and then at peak season, like Christmas period, we have 7 lifeguards here, and now as the season's slowing down a little bit, we have 4 here for the rest of the season. So it's a pretty dangerous beach and it changes day to day. Often in front of Lion Rock, which is on the north end of the beach, it's really dangerous, and then on alongside Camel Rock on the south end of the beach there's often rips, and at the moment in the middle of the beach is pretty dangerous as well. But even this week we've put the flags in different places on different days, just depending on conditions. It's quite an active surf beach, so we have waves every day, like we're ranging between like 1 metre to like 5-6 metres, so it's pretty dangerous, good beach to work at, and then in the peak season it gets really busy as well. We try not to do any rescues, that's our aim, but occasionally we'd have some in those spots, and we normally take either a tube, a board, or one of our inflatable rescue boats. And newly to here we have a jet ski now as well, which is a pretty useful asset. Yeah, it's a really dangerous and rippy beach. There's often rips in a lot of places on the beach, and at the moment we've got a little bit of a trench in the middle at high tide which pulls people to the south end. So especially today we've got it at the north end just to avoid people going, and there's always a rip called Partiki on the south end just running up across Camel, which surfers use to get out, but can be pretty dangerous if you're a swimmer who's not too experienced. So the way it works in New Zealand is Monday to Friday we're on paid contracts. And then you all join the club and you volunteer on the weekends for patrol. So I'm part of this club at Piha, and then some of the guards are from local beaches like Muriwai and Bailey's, and on the weekends we go and patrol there. But yeah, Monday to Friday we're on paid contracts. We work 11 till 7, and then in peak season we do split shifts, so you either do 10 till 6 or 11 till 7. yeah, and 40 hours a week, and then yeah, if it is really dangerous, we can stay on later. And we live at the clubs anyway, so we're here all week.
So basically, you guys are living here in the Piha. You guys.
Yeah, so every beach we work at provides accommodation for us. So we stay at the surf club here, and every beach has its own club that we stay at. So we're here throughout the week, and it's really good to like socialise. There's lots of lifeguards around, especially in peak season, and things to do. Yeah, it's really good.
Moi drodzy, jeśli chodzi o samą plażę, jest naprawdę szeroko. Low tide jest bardzo szeroki. Myślę, że high tide też w miarę dobrze dochodzi, w zależności jak king tide się tu układa, ale placu jest do ratowania co niemiara. Otoczone jest to niesamowitymi skałami. Właśnie przede mną tutaj jest Lion Mountain, która oddziela północną i południową część plaży. Zdecydowanie więcej ludzi przyjeżdża tutaj na południową część plaży, bo jest chyba bardziej komfortowo. Te fale prawdopodobnie są troszeczkę łagodniejsze, bo tam na północy, jak dobrze widzieliście, jest totalna pralka z bardzo silnymi prądami.
So it kind of varies from beach to beach, because some beaches require way more guards. So at a beach like this, in the busiest time, there'll be at least 7 guards here, and maybe guards from other beaches that are staying because it's nearby. But most beaches will have 4 to 7 guards, and then as the season dies off, you might only have 4 at most places, and then 3 at other places. So yeah, usually from that 7 to 3 range. And it varies across all different beaches. Yeah,
Gotcha.
This is pretty stock standard. Most clubs will have spare engines, fuel areas, spare hulls and gear for IRBs, rescue boards, and then you've got the likes of tubes, helmets, life jackets, all that type of operational stuff, and then a lot of signs to be placed out on the beaches to let the public know of dangerous areas and stuff. And a fireproof container so that no fires can get from here out. Yeah, spare engines, and they've always got like tags on them and stuff to tell you what condition they're in, what needs work, if they're usable, if they're not usable. Then we always have like radios on charge, ready so that they're operational, hopefully. This is like one of the most important pieces of equipment on the west coast of New Zealand, well, any coast really, and this is the IRB, and so they're always fitted with a 30 horsepower Mercury engine, and then a big Arancia rubber hull, and so these things are pretty much invincible in the surf because they're fast enough to avoid any type of waves and get you through holes and gaps, and then they'll also hit pretty much any whitewash. So anything up to like, I don't know, 8 foot of whitewash you can hit if you go fast enough in that curved nose, and the light, like the low weight of the boat will just sort of fly you over if you're a good driver. Yeah, and they have like these fuel bags in them, which are always fitted or nearby for a rescue, and that leads into your engine, helmets, life jackets, some paddles in case your engine cuts out and you got to surf the thing in, and then rescue tubes. And so that's kind of the basic setup, and a knife as well, just for any situation where you might have like fishing net or need to cut something.
So basically right now this stuff is fully ready to go for a rescue.
Yeah, so these are always left at every club, ready to go. So there'll be at least 2, sometimes some clubs have 3 boats always ready, just for if there's an after hours call out. So they're always fitted with life jackets, helmets, and their fuel bladder is either really close by or it's plugged in and out on the ground, and so that just allows you to pretty much put fuel in, put it on the back of an ATV, drive, go, and then someone usually will jump in the boat as it's being towed, and they'll just make sure it starts so that when they get to the water they know it's going to work. Yeah, and these are used in pretty much all of our search and rescues or SAR squad call outs, which happen quite a lot on the west coast of New Zealand. Because sometimes, like especially if you flip, your water will get sucked in through the air intake on this, and then your engine obviously is going to die, so it's not usable. And then what you do is when the boat's actually upside down, there's like a little pocket here filled with rope, and you pull that out, and then you've got 2 handles, and you either do it by yourself or like one each, and you'll be able to lean back and like flip the boat back over. and then what you have to do is use the paddles because you won't be able to start the engine. So you've got to paddle your way in, and then when the waves come in, you both get to the back and either jump on these like black handles here like that, or like hang off here to try and keep that nose up.
Yep.
And then you'll just float in, and obviously then you have to reinstate the engine, which is quite a process. But the thing downstairs, we've got like changing rooms and stuff, spare ones. And then this is our first aid room, and most clubs have always got like a pretty stock standard setup. It's just all sorts of first aid stuff, beds, and then drawers and cupboards with all your sort of usables that you constantly go through, wipes and bandages, salines, all that type of stuff. First aid kits, yeah.
Do you guys have a doctors here or medics available?
So the nearest like hospital would be about a 45-minute drive, I think, and so yeah, a lot of the time on our coastline, if something's quite serious, we get help from helicopter. So Westpac or I guess our police helicopters can come and assist in major incidents, and often people get airlifted if they're in a serious condition. But we always do whatever we can to look after someone to the best of our abilities until like an ambulance or that helicopter arrives to assist us. Yeah.
Perfect. So what is that board for?
That'll just be like a scribing board, so just taking information from the patient, so anything you can pass on to your...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Pretty good idea.
Yeah. This is, I assume this will be a list of sponsors and important people that built this club and sponsor it all the time every year. Sort of living area.
Hello guys.
Kitchen.
Sorry to bother you.
This is Robert, everybody. He's from Poland.
Hey, how are you?
And we're just giving them a tour of the surf club. And what happens, what we do over here? Yeah, it's just like a living area where we can chill out, cook your food, sit down with your team at the end of the day, watch movies, that sort of stuff, living, eating area. In through here, we've got bunk rooms. Yeah, get bunks, which is, it can be tight and small, but it's nice to have a fan and like open windows to cool it down.
You're not coming here for sleeping all day long, so basically it's very good. It's very good. You have everything.
It's just where you spend, that short part of the day is going to bed.
Yeah. So this is like a...
so this is just a restaurant that works above the top story of the surf club. And so what's happening now is we run a program in New Zealand called Beach Education, and that's when other lifeguards will take, schools will come to beaches and then they'll be taught about water safety, rips, hazards, all that type of stuff, where to swim, how to swim through flows. Yeah, and which you can hear, it's pretty loud, so all the kids come in here and they have a great time, they get taught by the best.
So over here is our oxygen kit and our resuscitation kit. This is mainly what we use to go out and save people if they've had a medical emergency. So we've got the tools to try and figure out what's gone wrong with them. Sometimes people swallow a bit of water and that can be really dangerous. So opening this up, this is our oxygen bottle. Slap this on and you can give it to people, help them out.
So where are we going right now?
Well, we're going to head over to the cove around the corner. This is an area that doesn't usually have a lot of water in it, but over the past few years the tidal conditions have changed. It's actually become one of our new areas to target for preventative actions. So we'll go and head over there now. Good friends, let me know if you need any help. ATV out.
Yeah, roger that. Thank you.
So it's pretty tricky right now over there.
Yeah, it is pretty tricky. It's a long passageway that goes through that rock and you get spit out over there. So you can swim through the keyhole. And that's what a lot of fishermen do at low tide. They're able to walk out with their gumboots and fish off the rocks over there. And that's one of our danger spots as well.
Gosh.
So we'll just monitor this whole area. At low tide, we'll take some danger signs over there and set them up so that people know that it's not a good place to swim. But there's a large body of water moving out there. That's our rip current, right? So surfers are really good at using this rip current. Takes them out to where they want to go and then they can just come in and have a good surf. But the danger is people, because people can just as easily get swept right out to sea. So if you're an international lifeguard wanting to come and work in New Zealand, you'll first do a timed swim in your home country, where a local lifesaving association will certify your swim time and possibly a 2-kilometre run time, and certify that you have actually completed one of those, and you'll send it through to Surf Lifesaving Northern Region or Surf Lifesaving New Zealand. Those are the two organisations which provide employment in New Zealand on our beaches. Then you'll upload your experience. Obviously, international lifeguards have a vast array of different experiences to New Zealand lifeguards. We've previously had RNLI guards from the UK, we've had French lifeguards and American lifeguards. Once you reach New Zealand, you'll be put through almost a crash course of how to lifesave in New Zealand and an induction, what it's like to work with New Zealand guards. And then you can start your paid season. You will never ever be alone on a beach with inexperienced guards. There will always be people around you who will help and learn. But likewise, you will be really valued because you've got unique experience that New Zealand guards just don't have.
Hey guys, I'm a lifeguard here in New Zealand, and anybody who's wondering about going abroad from Poland, absolutely recommend that you head over the ditch, come to New Zealand and try lifeguarding out over here.
I to wszystko, moi drodzy, już z Piha Beach. Przesłanie jest jedno: jeżeli ktoś ma marzenia i chciałby pracować w tak magicznym miejscu jak Piha Beach, oczywiście jest to możliwe. Zapraszamy do nas, zapraszamy do Piha Beach wraz z ratownikami wodnymi, spełnić swoje marzenia i pracować na jednej z najbardziej malowniczych plaż, jakie mogliśmy zobaczyć. Miejmy nadzieję, że przybliżyliśmy Wam troszeczkę więcej informacji na temat tego, czym oni się tu zajmują, jak oni to robią i dlaczego to robią. Pozdrawiamy serdecznie i do następnego odcinka gdzieś z drugiego końca świata. Pozdrawiam serdecznie. Ciao.
Baltic Rescue Team would like to thank Piha Surf Life Saving Club for hospitality. Special thanks goes to Sam, Nathan, Torren and Quentin.